Hey, welcome back everybody. My name is Marcel and this is Ernie Racing YouTube channel. We're talking about Fauci doesn't recall. Now, I did a story on this earlier, but I felt it important to double down on Fauci's I can't remember. And, just the preemptive, like, if somebody can play that card, if they're already so close to the fact that, like, oh, in 1 or 2 or 5 years, I can play the card, is like, my brain is gone. I don't know what I did. Sorry, I can't remember. I can't go to jail because I don't remember. You just can't have that. So there's got to be like a close to senile limit for running decisions for the rest of us. And why do people that are 5 years away from dying, essentially, whether their brain dying or their body, why are they making decisions for all of the generations below them that have to live for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 more years? I'm 39 and I can make pretty good common sense decisions. I'd have my nice panel of people I love and hate and in the middle to help me decide on the best thing for my people, my humanity. You need a leader, or for health or for president or for prime minister or for, deputy, somebody that just wants to do good, somebody that is not greedy for themselves whatsoever. It's not about me. It's not about my friends either or family. You obviously protect them, but in your political decisions, it's all based on the good of your citizens. So Fauci, Dr. Anthony Fauci remembers very little about the pandemic. He testified in a closed-door concession with Congress on Monday and reportedly answered, I don't recall or I don't remember over 100 times. So he's, they take a lunch break, they take the cigarette breaks, probably the wind's getting bad. And how many questions could he have been asked in like a day, like conference? He's each slow answer. Maybe he's asked, 150 questions? And 100 of them, I don't recall. I'd love to see the percentage on that. So this is no good, guys. Fauci's playing the card of gone senile after the atrocities that he's perpetrated. So there should probably be like some type of senile limit. What do you think there, doctor? You don't recall?
What did you just say?
There should become some type of senile limit
on
making decisions for the rest of us who are in our 20s, 30s, 40s that are going to have to live with the consequences of those decisions. It's just like I saw a picture of Okay, here it is. I found it. George Soros at the beach is 93 years old, and here's his handlers, guys. I mean, like, this is the guy that owns the newspapers, that owns the media, has the money, puts influence to create wars, just destruction of our humanity, essentially. You have a 93-year-old guy who needs to be walked everywhere. And it's just so ridiculous that these guys have so much control over our lives, who we have a life ahead of them. He could die tomorrow, and he doesn't give a shit about ruining the world. It just grumpy old man in bed. I mean, we all have, grumpy old men or women, I guess, but in our lives that have experience with. And can you imagine that they're making decisions for all of us, like a president or an oligarch, elite warmonger? Like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. Okay, so I don't remember over 100 times, or maybe like whatever questions over 100. Absolutely pretending to be senile, can't remember a thing after performing genocide on the people, all the atrocities. Fauci was testified to the U.S. House of Representatives Select Subcommittee on the, we'll call it, instead of that, we're going to call it, how was I calling it again? Mutant 19er. That's the code word I came up with. So on the subcommittee to the Mutant 19er pandemic, he was accompanied by 2 personal lawyers and 2 government taxpayer funded lawyers. Yeah, so the government's paying to defend Fauci. He was asked about, and paid him all the time. He was asked about the breathing barrier mandates, lockdowns, and pandemic research that may have led to the creation of the monster 19er virus. I think what I'm most surprised about is how much he doesn't recall, considering the severity of this event for the world, and that he was the face of the government's response for the monster 19er. Dr. Brad Wenstrup, the chair of the committee, said after the hearing, that's what he said after the hearing. Funny, because the rest of us recall a lot about the pandemic, right? Dr. Fauci's testimony will continue today in private, but he will be reportedly testifying again publicly at a future date. Anyways, guys, unfreaking believable.